Why does one person change their life and find success, while another stays stuck and unhappy? Why does one choose to grow, and the other stay the same? It's not luck. It's the lessons they learn and live by. Some truths are simple, but powerful. They open your eyes, shift your thinking, and push you to act. If you're ready for change, these lessons can help you start right now. Napoleon Hill. Lesson 1: Clarity of Purpose. Clarity of purpose is like having a sharp compass in the middle of a vast ocean. Without it, you drift aimlessly at the mercy of currents and winds you can't control. With it, every movement, every decision, pulls you closer to the shore you've chosen. Most people live their lives reacting to whatever comes their way. They go from one day to the next without truly knowing what they want. Their goals are vague, their dreams are blurry, and their energy is scattered. They wonder why they feel stuck, yet they've never clearly defined the destination they're trying to reach. To find clarity of purpose, you must answer the most fundamental question: what do I truly want? Not what others expect from you, not what sounds impressive, not what you think is realistic, but the vision that stirs something deep inside you, the one that excites you and scares you at the same time. When your purpose is clear, decisions become easier. Obstacles still appear, but they no longer throw you off track. You don't chase every opportunity, you focus only on the ones that align with your mission. Your time, your thoughts, your energy, they all flow in one direction like a powerful river carving its way to the ocean. Clarity isn't found in a single moment of inspiration, it's cultivated. It grows as you reflect, journal, ask yourself tough questions, and strip away distractions. It sharpens as you learn more about yourself and as you take bold steps toward your vision. A person with clarity of purpose doesn't just wake up in the morning, they rise with intention. Every action is a step forward. Every day has meaning. And over time, the world bends to match the direction of their focused will. If you don't know where you're going, any road will take you there. But if you choose your destination with absolute clarity, you can create a life of deliberate design instead of accidental existence. Lesson 2: Control over your thoughts. Your mind is the command center of your life. Every choice you make, every action you take, every habit you form, begins as a single thought. If you fail to control your thoughts, you surrender control over your life. Most people believe they think freely, but in truth, their minds are crowded with outside influences. News headlines, social media posts, other people's opinions, past failures, and imagined fears. These thoughts run unchecked, shaping their feelings, their decisions, and ultimately their destiny. Control over your thoughts is not about suppressing ideas. It's about choosing which ones you allow to take root. Just as a gardener pulls weeds to protect the flowers, you must remove negative, limiting, and destructive thoughts to create space for ideas that strengthen and inspire you. When fear whispers "you can't," replace it with "I will." When doubt creeps in, replace it with certainty. When distractions try to pull you off course, bring your focus back to your purpose. This requires awareness. Pay attention to what you feed your mind. The books you read, the conversations you have, the environments you stay in, all plant seeds in your mental soil. Choose wisely. Your thoughts are not harmless, they are builders. They create beliefs. Beliefs shape actions. Actions produce results. And those results form the life you live. If you want to change your life, start by mastering the source, your thoughts. Stand guard at the door of your mind, letting in only the ideas that move you toward your vision. Remember, you are not a prisoner of your mind, you are its master. The moment you claim that role, you take back the power to shape your own reality. Lesson 3: Mastery over emotions. Emotions are powerful forces. They can lift you to greatness or drag you into ruin. They can ignite courage or paralyze you with fear. The question is not whether you will feel them, you will. The question is, will you master them or will they master you? Most people live as slaves to their emotions. A single insult ruins their day. A burst of excitement makes them reckless. A wave of fear stops them from taking action. They allow temporary feelings to make permanent decisions, and then wonder why life feels unstable. Mastery over emotions doesn't mean suppressing them or pretending they don't exist. It means understanding them, regulating them, and using them as fuel instead of chains. When anger rises, pause before you speak. When fear whispers, look closely. Is it warning you of danger or holding you back from growth? When excitement surges, ground it in reason before you leap. This requires self-awareness. You must observe yourself in the moment. Step outside your emotions long enough to ask, is this feeling serving my purpose or sabotaging it? Your emotions are signals, not commands. They tell you something about the moment, but they do not decide your response. You do. The person who masters their emotions can lead when others panic. They can stay calm in chaos, steady under pressure, and kind in conflict. They act from principle, not impulse. Remember, storms will always come. But the sailor who knows how to steer through wind and waves does not fear the ocean. He commands it. So too with your emotions. When you master them, they become wind in your sails, not anchors at your feet. Lesson 4. Persistence. Persistence is the invisible force that turns dreams into reality. It is the quiet, stubborn refusal to quit, no matter how long it takes, no matter how hard it gets. Most people start strong. They are full of energy, excitement, and belief until they meet resistance. The first obstacle shakes them. The first failure discourages them. The first delay convinces them it's not meant to be. And so they stop, just steps away from the breakthrough they were seeking. Persistence is what separates the successful from the unsuccessful. Not talent, not luck, not resources, but the relentless decision to keep going when others give up. It means showing up when you feel tired. It means trying again when you've already failed. It means finding another door when the one you're knocking on stays shut. Obstacles are not signs to quit, they are tests. They ask you, how badly do you want it? Each time you push forward, you prove your answer. The mountain doesn't move for the climber who takes one step and stops. But it yields to the one who climbs, day after day, cut by cut, step by step, until the summit is reached. Persistence is not glamorous. It is often lonely. It is the grind when no one is watching, the work when there is no applause, the belief when there is no visible proof. But here's the truth. The person who refuses to quit cannot be stopped. The world will eventually yield to the one who keeps knocking, keeps digging, keeps believing. If you can hold on one day longer than most people are willing to, you will win. Not because it was easy, but because you simply refused to stop. Lesson 5. Delayed gratification. Delayed gratification is the art of resisting the pull of instant rewards in order to secure something greater in the future. It is the ability to say, not now because I'm building something bigger. In a world that craves quick fixes, fast results, and immediate pleasure, this skill is rare, and it is one of the most powerful indicators of long-term success. Most people trade their future for the comfort of now. They spend money they haven't earned, abandon goals when results aren't instant, and choose ease over effort. But every time you delay gratification, you are making an investment in your health, your wealth, your growth, your future self. You are planting seeds that will one day grow into something far greater than what you could grab in the moment. It's not easy. The temptation of now is strong. The gym is skipped for the comfort of the couch. The savings account is emptied for something shiny but unnecessary. The hard work is postponed for the illusion of rest. The key is to keep your eyes on the long-term vision. Remind yourself what you are working toward and why it matters. Trade fleeting pleasure for lasting fulfillment. Think of the farmer. He doesn't eat all his seed in spring because he knows the harvest will come in autumn, if he is patient. Mastering delayed gratification is not about denying yourself forever. It's about timing. It's about choosing when to take the reward, when it's bigger, better, and worth far more than the quick taste of now. Those who can wait win. Those who can sacrifice today for a greater tomorrow build lives that others can only dream of. Lesson 6. Control your environment. Your environment is the silent architect of your destiny. It shapes your thoughts, influences your emotions, and directs your actions, often without you even realizing it. Most people underestimate how much their surroundings control them. The people you spend time with, the places you go, the information you consume, all of it plants seeds in your mind. Some seeds grow into ambition, discipline, and courage. Others grow into doubt, laziness, and fear. If you want to change your life, start by shaping the world around you. Surround yourself with people who inspire you, challenge you, and push you to be better. Fill your mind with ideas that expand your vision, not shrink it. Remove toxic influences, negative voices, and distractions that pull you off course. Your environment should pull you toward your goals, not tempt you away from them. If your surroundings make it easier to fail than to succeed, you must change them, or they will change you. Control over your environment also means controlling the small details. Organize your workspace so it invites focus. Keep reminders of your goals where you can see them every day. Limit access to temptations that sabotage your progress. The truth is, willpower alone is fragile. But when your environment is aligned with your vision, success becomes the default outcome, not the uphill battle. You are not just a product of your environment, you are its designer. Build a world around you that makes your highest potential inevitable. Lesson 7. Daily rituals. Success is not built in a single moment of inspiration. It is forged in the quiet repetition of the right actions, day after day. Your daily rituals are the habits that shape your future. Most people drift through their days reacting to whatever comes. They start without direction, let distractions steal their time, and hope that somehow things will work out. But the truth is, every day you either move closer to your vision or further away from it. There is no standing still. Daily rituals are your anchor. They are the intentional actions you repeat until they become automatic, creating momentum that carries you toward your goals. They can be small: waking up early, reading for 30 minutes, exercising, planning your day, journaling your thoughts. They can be specific to your craft: writing 500 words, practicing your skill, reviewing your progress. What matters is not their size, but their consistency. Rituals turn discipline into instinct. At first, they require effort and willpower. But over time, they become part of who you are. You no longer try to do them, you simply do. The key is to choose rituals that serve your purpose. A ritual without direction is just routine. A ritual tied to your vision becomes a stepping stone to mastery. Think of them as bricks in a wall. One brick doesn't seem like much, but brick by brick, day after day, you build something strong, lasting, and unshakable. The difference between those who succeed and those who struggle is not a single big break. It is the quiet, unseen commitment to the right daily actions. Master your rituals, and your rituals will master your future. Lesson 8: Accountability. Accountability is the mirror that shows you the truth, whether you want to see it or not. It is the willingness to take full responsibility for your actions, your results, and your life. Most people avoid accountability because it's uncomfortable. It forces you to admit when you've fallen short, to face your excuses, and to confront the gap between where you are and where you want to be. But without it, growth is impossible. Accountability means you stop blaming circumstances, luck, or other people for your outcomes. You accept that your life is the result of your choices. If you want a different result, you must make different choices. It also means being answerable, not just to yourself, but to others. A trusted mentor, a peer, or a team can hold you to the standards you've set. They see what you cannot see. They challenge you when you drift. They remind you of your commitments when you feel tempted to quit. Without accountability, it's easy to lower your standards in private. To say, "I'll do it tomorrow." To convince yourself that no one will notice. But with accountability, there is no hiding. You rise to meet the expectations you've declared. True accountability is not a punishment. It is a tool for freedom. It frees you from self-deception. It frees you from the trap of inaction. It frees you from living below your potential. When you hold yourself accountable and when you allow others to hold you accountable, you give yourself the best chance to grow, to follow through, and to win. You cannot control every outcome, but you can control your effort, your attitude, and your integrity. And accountability makes sure you do exactly that. Lesson 9: Constant learning. Constant learning is the habit that keeps you growing, adapting, and ahead of the curve. The moment you believe you know enough is the moment you begin to fall behind. The world is changing faster than ever. Skills expire. Knowledge becomes outdated. Methods that worked yesterday may fail tomorrow. Those who stop learning become trapped in the past, while those who keep learning create the future. Constant learning means seeking knowledge with intention, not just absorbing random information. It means studying your craft, learning from mentors, reading, asking questions, and staying curious. It's about turning every experience, success or failure, into a lesson. The greatest minds never stop learning. They read daily. They surround themselves with people who challenge their thinking. They remain humble enough to admit they don't know everything, and wise enough to know they never will. It's not about learning for learning's sake. It's about applying what you learn. Knowledge without action is like a library that's never opened. It holds potential but no power. The more you learn, the more you realize how much you don't know. This humility fuels growth. It keeps you hungry, engaged, and adaptable when change comes, which it always will. Think of your mind as a muscle. The more you train it with new ideas, skills, and perspectives, the stronger it becomes. A life of constant learning is a life of constant expansion. You never truly arrive. You simply rise, level by level, into greater capability, wisdom, and opportunity. Those who keep learning stay relevant, powerful, and unstoppable, no matter how the world shifts around them. Constant learning is the discipline of staying in motion intellectually, never allowing your mind to settle, never assuming you have arrived. The moment you stop learning is the moment you begin to fall behind. The world moves quickly. Skills become outdated. Industries transform. Strategies that worked yesterday may fail tomorrow. Those who cling to what they already know get left behind, while those who keep learning shape the future. To practice constant learning, you must live with curiosity. Read books that stretch your thinking. Study your craft until you know it better than anyone else. and then keep studying. Seek mentors who have walked farther down the road than you and learn from their experience. Listen to opposing viewpoints, not to agree with them, but to sharpen your own understanding. But knowledge alone is not enough. Learning must lead to action. If you gather ideas but never apply them, you are like a library no one opens, full of potential but producing no change. The true test of learning is in how it transforms your choices, your actions, and your results. The most successful people are students for life. They stay humble enough to know there is always more to discover. They adapt quickly because they are always gathering new tools, new skills, and new perspectives. Think of your mind like a muscle. It grows through challenge. Feed it daily. Exercise it with problem solving, creativity, and study. In a world that is constantly evolving, constant learning isn't just an advantage, it is survival. Stay curious, stay humble, stay hungry. The more you learn, the more you expand your ability to create, lead, and win. Lesson 10. Self-respect. Self-respect is the foundation of your character. It is the quiet, unshakable belief that you are worthy of living by high standards, and the discipline to uphold them even when no one is watching. Most people think of self-respect as a feeling, but it is more than that. It is a choice. You build it through your actions. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, every time you stand up for your values, every time you refuse to settle for less than you deserve, you strengthen it. Without self-respect, it is easy to compromise. You let others treat you poorly. You accept situations that drain you. You lower your standards to fit in. And with each compromise, your sense of worth erodes a little more. With self-respect, the opposite happens. You set boundaries without apology. You choose relationships that uplift you. You speak truth even when it's uncomfortable. You hold yourself to a higher level, not because someone is watching, but because you are watching. Self-respect also means taking care of yourself, physically, mentally, and emotionally. It's in the way you treat your body, the thoughts you allow in your mind, and the environments you place yourself in. It does not mean arrogance. True self-respect is humble. It does not shout, but it cannot be shaken. It is the quiet strength of a person who knows who they are and what they stand for. In the end, your relationship with yourself sets the tone for every other part of your life. When you respect yourself deeply, you naturally attract respect from others, and you refuse to accept anything less. Guard your self-respect like a treasure because it is one. It is the foundation on which a strong, purposeful, and fulfilled life is built. You can't expect the world to value you if you don't value yourself first. Self-respect comes from keeping your word, from doing what you know is right, and from refusing to settle for less than you deserve. When you respect yourself, others have no choice but to do the same. Final words. Success isn't magic. It's not reserved for the lucky few. It's the result of living by principles and applying them every single day. Clarity, focus, discipline, persistence. These aren't just ideas. They're the building blocks of a new life. The question is, will you start building today?